Hi there, welcome to this tutorial video where we're going to show you how to refine, explore and download all of the ICES georeference data contained within the portal. We're going to start from this landing page here. We showed you how to arrive at this in the last video, so please check that out. Okay, you can see the idea with this page is we've got a map at the top and a search engine here, but we're going to get onto that in the next video. This time we're just going to concentrate on this area at the bottom here, which is kind of like a filing system really, within which all the data is contained, broken down according to different categories as per these tabs at the top. So you can see we've got all these tabs along here. The first 5, dataset, data type, matrix, parameter group and parameter, shaded grey. Then the next 6, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species, taxonomic categories. And then at the end here, the orange shaded ones, ICES areas, OSPA regions and HELCOM subbasins if you wish to explore by geographic area. So the idea with this is that each tab is providing an entry point for your search, and then you can use the columns to further refine. So the data sets here, which we touched on in the last video, we're going to start with data type. So if we click on the data type tab there at the top, this breaks down all of ICES data sets into further categories. So for example, you've got the biological community here, you can see broken down into phytobenthos community and zoobenthos community data, or the fish trawl survey data set here broken down into the actual surveys themselves. So for example, Scottish West Coast survey or the deep water surveys. You'll notice also for each one on the right of the screen we've got 4 columns. Measurements, so this is the total amount of measurements recorded for each one. So for the Scottish Rockall survey, that's 67,493. And then we've got the first year the survey was carried out, or data was taken for it, 1999, the last year, 2015, and then finally in the last column here, the total amount of years for which ICES has the data. On the left hand side of the screen, you'll see 4 columns. So again, if we take the Scottish Rockall survey, and these columns provide refinement options for breaking down the data even further. So we've got per matrix here. Matrix denotes the physical part of the animal or marine environment where the measurement was taken. We'll get onto that in a bit. Okay, you've also got the per species column and per parameter column. So if we select per species for the Scottish Rockall survey, if we click on that blue icon there, that will bring us through to a list of all marine species which were sampled on that, or which have been sampled on that survey. We've got a full list of them here. You'll see in the top left here 2 pages of them listed by their scientific names and, where applicable, also their common names. So for example, the grey gurnard here, again with the total amount of measurements first last year and total number of years. On the left hand side you'll see we've got one further refinement option in this case, so for the grey gurnard, which is per parameter. So if we click on that, if we wish to explore further, we can find out the parameters for which measurements were taken, and you can see here we've got the abundance number of grey gurnard. Okay, if we head back to data type, if you wish to start with matrix as the entry point, you'll see that this lists all the physical parts of the animals where measurements were taken. So exoskeleton, fat, gill for example, or here seawater sample or sediment, so physical base of the marine environment. Again the same thing, so measurements first year, last year, years with data, and here you can then refine by species in this column or per parameter in this column. You'll also notice there's a download option here available. So this column with the green arrow, at any stage you see this available, simply have to click on that. So if we want, for example, kidney data, let's browse by species. So kidney data, for example, click on per species. Okay, and we've got, for example, the white whale. Let's just select that, and then you'll see the download option here. At any point you see this available, you can always download. So simply click on the arrow icon, and your download will start. You can see in the toolbar here in zip file format. Because I've already downloaded one, I won't get a pop-up grey window. Usually there'll be a pop-up grey window with some terms and conditions which you just have to accept. Parameter group, this tab, is kind of an overarching view of different parameters, so dioxins for example, nutrients, pesticides. Okay, so that's a good entry point to explore, or you can select the parameter itself if you know exactly what you're after. This is a big long list of parameters. You can see here 8 pages. So there's a lot of them here. If you know exactly what you're after, you might wish to use the search engine at the top here. So if the parameter you're after is chlorophyll, simply type that in here and then hit enter or select search, and that will bring you straight through to your chosen parameter. Don't forget to reset, otherwise everything from that point in will be according to chlorophyll. Okay. Also, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, if you want a taxonomic entry point to your data, so for example species itself, straight away you'll see there 5,388. So this is the, again, scientific name and common name, and then you can further refine per parameter, or any of the regions, so ICES areas. If you wish to start with a geographic area, you'll notice also that puts up an overlay onto the map at the top here. You see there's a list of ICES areas by number running down the page here, and then again you can further refine by species or matrix. Okay, we're going to show you how to navigate the map in the next video. So that's an overview of data contained in the data portal.